This is the UEL Sports Show.
Well, hello everyone and welcome back again to the UEL Sports Show. I'm Don McDermott, joined by Sebastian Liggenstorfer. How are you, Sebastian?
Very good today, although I'm battling a bit of a cold, so if you might hear it in my voice,
So Deck McCarthy obviously is usually with us, but he unfortunately wasn't able to be with us today due to family commitments, but he'll obviously be back again next week. Deck was our reporter for the men's volleyball match. They opened their season, and he told me that he thought quite highly of their performance. They started a bit slowly. They were behind about halfway through the first set, and then just towards the end they just rallied. They just put on the pressure and they came back. They won the first set. Same thing happened in the second set, incredibly enough, and then they lost the third set. But then they recovered from that and they won the match 3-1. So they opened with a win.
so it's good for the new coach to start with wins, I guess. You think you can see any influence or change from last year already, or?
Well, I mean, there are 5 of their 6 starters are different. So we might expect them to possibly start a bit slowly, but they seem to. The new coach Simon seems to have really gotten them to gel quite quickly. Deck spoke particularly highly of Gervais by now, their leading scorer. He seemed to say it was a really good game. So, and you can see obviously we've got highlights of this going on right now. So, it was good. It was a good match and a good win for them. Women's volleyball, unfortunately, their match was postponed, so they did not play. And we will, though, to make up for that, have Beth Gunter of the women's volleyball team on the show later on.
Yeah, of course, the women's and men's basketball were in action as well this Wednesday. Unfortunately, the men's first team lost away to Southampton Solent, 76-48. Unfortunately, we don't have any highlights or particular match report of this game, so we don't quite know what happened there, but unfortunately they lost and are now 1-1 in the season. Of course, it's a big change to last year when they went undefeated the whole season. So it will be interesting to see how the season goes on for them.
Definitely.
But the women's first team, they won. They beat Imperial College 52-44 at home and are now 1-1. They bounced back after their opening week defeat. UEL, they were down early 10-4 in the first quarter, but then they rallied and brought it back level, and they took the lead within 20 seconds in the second quarter, 17-12, with 5 minutes to play till the half. But then this time was Imperial that rallied ready to score, to draw the score level at 22 each. And they even pulled ahead briefly in the third period, 30-29. But this time UEL came back to change the game, and they eventually won with 52-44. And so it was really a back and forth game. And like I said before, they're now 1-1 and will play Royal Holloway away next Wednesday at 6:30. So a really late game.
Yes.
For everyone who wants to travel and watch them play. Unfortunately, the second and third men's basketball team, they got both cancelled.
So I'm not really sure what happened with those. They seem to just get cancelled. They were supposed to be playing home against universities at Medway, but something happened with that and the matches weren't played. We then have the women's netball. All 3 of their teams were in action, and once again it was a clean sweep. All 3 of their teams posting victories. I was at the first team match myself. They played the Essex second team, and they dominated for the entire game. It took them a couple of minutes before they scored their first goal, but after that they just ran away with it. Were really dominant in the second quarter, outscoring Essex 14-1, and went on to win 46-13. Fascinating that the team has actually now won in cups and league games. They've won 17 straight. The last time the first team, the last time that they lost was in March of 2014. So they're doing incredibly well. They have a new goal scorer this year, fresher, but Captain Stacey Smith says she's smashing it this year. Those are her words. She's smashing it. So they're doing really well. And then, the netball second team defeated Riddle College by 10 points, 28 to 18. And the netball third team also won their match.
So they're already dominating the league there.
Yeah.
Of course, football played as well. The third and fourth team of the men's, they had a week off. But the first and second team of the men's, they played. First team, they won 1-0 at home against the University of Brighton. Pretty good answer and a bounce back win for them after they lost their opening game. And the second team, they won 3-1 at home as well against the University of Essex men's third team. So a successful day of football all around UEL, because also the women's first team, they won quite a big win. 7-2 was the scoreline against City University.
Yes, that's good.
So it was a pretty successful day for the UEL football teams yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the women's football's second straight 5-goal victory in a row. So that's really a great start to the season for them. One of their players, actually, Lily, just got called up to the England women's under-20 squad. So
that's impressive.
Very good luck to her. We forgot to mention it on last week's show, but the UEL indoor cricket season actually started. It started this past weekend. So UEL they play several games because indoor
I don't know
cricket.
much about cricket, so I will let you speak about cricket.
Yeah, it's shorter form indoor cricket. So they actually played 3 matches. They defeated Anglia Ruskin, the Chelmsford campus, second team 88 to 87, so very close. Another close game, they beat Queen Mary University first team 95 to 93, and unfortunately lost to Canterbury Christchurch first team 126 to 83. Men's rugby bounced back from their quite heavy 27-0 loss last week to narrowly win 24 to 22. So again, another bounce back performance. So really great to see them get a win.
Yeah, of course, we had some badminton, tennis, and hockey going on as well. The hockey, the women's first team, they won 10-1 against the University of Kent second team. So a good win for them. Then the men's badminton unfortunately lost at home against King's College third team. 6-2, but the women's first team in badminton, they won 6-2 against the Roehampton University first team. Difficult university to say out loud. And of course, tennis, there was some cancellation too. Could be because of the weather. I don't really know why,
sure,
but the men's second team got cancelled. I was supposed to go to this game. But both first teams were in action. The men's first team won 12-0 against University College London first team. And the women, they won 8-4 against the University of Essex first team. So, quite successful day of tennis played yesterday.
Yeah, tennis is quite strong at UEL. I mean, I think that's the second week in a row that men's tennis have won 12-0. So
I talked to a player of the women's tennis team, and she basically told me that the team they were playing yesterday was supposed to be the strongest team in the division, and they really had no problem winning against them, so they don't seem to have any match this year.
Exactly, that would make UEL the strongest team in the division.
Yeah. Today's guest on our UELSports radio show will be a good friend of ours and fellow sports journalism student Beth Gunter. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for being on the show. So, obviously last year, women's volleyball team got promoted to the Premier League. Tell us a bit about the journey last season.
Yeah, so last year we had a really strong season. We went undefeated in the league. We only dropped 1 set against UCL when we were away. We lost in Student Cup, but that was our only loss this season. But other than that, while we were in the league, we really worked hard together as a team. We pulled through in all the games that we had.
What are your expectations for this year?
Expectations, well, we're in the division above, so now we're in the Premier League. We'd all love to win it. We'd love to go to the final eights as well, the Bucks ones, which will be held down in Bournemouth again. It would be great to go. Hopefully the men's squad as well. We'd like to do better in Student Cup. We want to medal this year. Although last year we had a really good journey, and it was just a shame we met Durham in the semi-finals.
Yeah, there have been a couple changes, I guess, to the team. Talk us through that a bit. What's changed about the team from last season?
We've lost Kerry, one of our middles, but we've gained Ashley, who's come down from Northumbria. She's also from America, a really solid player. She's coming out from injury at the moment, so we're still waiting for the best that we can get from her on court. Other than that, we've got a pretty unchanged squad. We've picked up a few people in freshers this year, which is really good for the team, really solid players, and they can come in wherever. We've also got a new coach, so team morale's really high. We're training about 17 hours a week as a squad. We've got matches on Wednesdays. We had a pre-season friendly this week, and we beat a Super 8 team in the National Volleyball League, so that went really well. If we can play like that through a season, then hopefully there'll be big things for us this year.
So what are your expectations for your first game of the season next week away at King's College?
Kings, they're a strong team. We saw them play at the Student Cup last year. One of the girls I played with back in juniors, she's a solid player, so we need to work hard, grind as a team, but hopefully we'll come away with a 3-0 win and get back in time. It's a shame that this week we couldn't start at home, and shame we've had to rearrange the first game of the season, but we'll start away and we'll be fine.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show with us, Beth.
Thanks for
Best of luck
having me.
this season.
Thank you.
So, if you remember last week on the show, we introduced our play of the week. So we had 3 plays to choose from: Dougie Bennett, Lucas Volskis, and the women's football defense. And we had you vote by favoriting on Twitter, and here is the winner of play of the week.
So our spotlight club for next week will be the men's football first team. They so far this season has got they lost the first game and they bounced back with a win yesterday, and they will play again next week at home at 2 p.m. against Essex first team. So it'll be interesting to see how their season goes on from here, if the trend goes on and they win another game next week.
So, other fixtures coming up for this week. Closest fixtures on Saturday. The women's futsal team will take on the Essex first team at home. Don't have an actual time for that game. Then the men's first futsal team take on Canterbury Christchurch away on Sunday. And the men's second team will also be in action against the Hertfordshire second team, also away. So those are your weekend fixtures.
And of course there will be loads of fixtures next Wednesday on the 28th of October. The Badminton men's first team, they play at home against Medway first team. Then the basketball men's second team play at home against Arts first team. And the third team of the basketball men's, they play against Medway seconds at home as well. I mean, at least we hope these 2 games actually
Yes.
gonna be there, not going to be cancelled again like this week.
I'm sure
so
not.
Fingers crossed for them. And the table tennis men's first are going to play King's College second at home next week. And the tennis men's second and third team are playing at home as well. The second team play against Brunel's second, and the third team are playing Kent's third team. Yeah, these are all the home games that we know of so far for next Wednesday.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, that could change. So, obviously look out on Twitter for UELSports and also at the clubs, just to make sure you update. Also, you can get times. We do have some important away games. Men's basketball will look to bounce back from their first loss in the Premier League as they face London South Bank University. That will be away. Netball will also be away. Their first team, they're playing in the Cup, Bucks Cup, for the first time after their promotion last season. They'll play Reading away. And then men's first volleyball team and women's first volleyball team will also both be away. Men's team will be playing the Exeter, And women's team, as Beth mentioned earlier on the show, will be playing King's College. So there are your main away fixtures for this upcoming Wednesday.
And of course, we already mentioned the football men's first team. The second, third, and fourth team are in action as well. The second team, they play Hertfordshire, third team away. And the third team, they play cup game away. So does the women's first team. So we don't exactly know against who yet. And the men's fourth team, they play Greenwich second away as well.
Alright, so now obviously we will have our Play of the Week candidates for this week. So again, remember, I will tweet these out from the @UELSports Show Twitter account, and you can go and favorite the tweet that you think should be Play of the Week. Whichever tweet gets the most favorites, we will announce on next week's show as Play of the Week. So here are the 3 candidates. Alright, so there are your Play of the Week candidates. You've got your list of fixtures, and obviously tune in next week. We'll have another show for you coming out sometime on Friday of next week, and we hope that you join us there. Sebastian, great to be on the show with you again.
Yeah, it was a great show again. Hope did you tune in next week again?
Yeah, until then, goodbye.